Okay, so we're talking about exponents here. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to expand them. Yes.
Number one, do you like monkeys?
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to expand it, which means we're going to write them all out. So we are going to write down the 3 first. And then with the 3, we have r squared, or r to the second power. How many r's do we have with this 3?
1,
2.
It tells us, the exponent tells us, how many do we have?
2.
2. And this is all going to be multiplication. So we're going to write out 2 r's. Okay. Then we have another 3 and an r. Oops. And remember, that's all multiplication, all in between there. So this is when we're multiplying exponents. Now we are going to just kind of clean this up, make it simpler. What's 3 times 3? 9, good. And then how many r's do I have?
3.
So we would write that as r to the 3rd. That's our final answer. You guys remember doing this a little bit?
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all.
I have notes on it, I think.
I remember doing it.
It was at the very beginning, very beginning.
And then I saved it all on my
Oh, I kind of love that part of my brain.
Yeah, so did I.
Miss Morris, what do you get quotes?
What?
Quote there. Quote there.
What's wrong with the quote?
Okay, so again, we're going to write this out. This time, this is a division problem or a fraction.
Great.
Same thing. So how many n's do I have? This first one. 3, so let's write out 3 n's. Okay. And then the multiplication sign, I have a 7, and then how many n's?
4.
4. Okay. And then on the bottom, I have a 6. And if it doesn't have an exponent, how many n's is that going to be?
1.
Just 1. Good. Anybody remember what we can do here?
I hate you.
Cross out the.
Yeah. I'm going to cross off 1 n at the top and 1 at the bottom. I have no more n's at the bottom that I can cancel out, so that's all we can cross off. That's all we can cancel. Okay? So, up at the top now, what do I have? I have a 7, and then how many n's do I have left? 6. Good. And then on the bottom, what am I left with?
6.
Just a 6. Oh, can I simplify 7 over 6?
No.
No. So that's it.
Can you go back to it?
Aw,
And
okay.
that's why you don't bring a monkey to a China shop. I just wanted the recording to hear this. It's like a funny thing we're ending.
Okay, go ahead and do this one. Write it out. Write it out. See if you can cancel anything.
So how much do you cancel?
Oh, I don't know. I do not.
Okay, how many n's do I have on top?
3.
And then I have a 4 with 1 n, and then I have a 3 with how many n's?
2.
2. Okay, so let's start canceling. I have 1 on top, 1 on bottom that I can cancel. 1 on top, 1 on bottom, 1 on top, 1 on bottom. Perfect. What do I have left over on the top? 6. What's on the bottom? 12. How do we get 12?
4 times 2.
Yeah, 4 times 3. Am I finished?
No,
No.
half.
Simplify.
I know. So,
Questions? Am I moving too quick? We good?
No, you're moving too slow.
Okay, let's go faster then.
Really, Johnny?
Johnny.
That's why we have time to discuss about
Okay, so this next one, we're going to take whatever's inside the parentheses. So I have b to the 4th power. How many of those do I have?
3.
3 of those. Yeah, so whatever's inside the parentheses, the exponent on the outside tells you how many you have of those. Does that make sense? Let's see. So we are going to write b to the 4th 3 times because it tells us that we have to write this 3 times. So
Before.
1, 2, 3. So I have 3 of them.
It says before.
It seems like 3 instead of 3 now.
Like the,
I'm kind of mad.
Okay. Now we're not finished yet. How many B's do I have for this first one? 4. So here is a set of 4 B's. What about for the next one? 4.
Only guacamole.
You might see a shortcut. And what about the last one? I have 4.
A lot of bees.
Yes. I have 3 sets of 4 B's. So how many B's do I have?
Like that.
Well, do you guys see a shortcut?
Yeah. No, I don't.
If you don't, that's fine. You can write them out. There's a few different ways you could have looked at this. You could have stopped maybe here and said 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. Or 4 times 3 is 12.
Well, why did we do that?
Because I want to show you how it works.
But you mean the way it's what? Even though it's not in my head.
Okay. We're going to the back side.
You're charging me now.
I told you. He already broke my pieces.
Okay.
I've been letting you.
So we have a negative exponent. We don't know what to do with negative exponent, so it would be great if we could change it to a positive, and there is a way that we can do that. Yes.
You changed the 5 to negative.
Nope. Not quite.
Nice one, Tristan.
At least she attempted.
Johnny. Yeah, Johnny.
Okay, so isn't it true that we could write any number, anything over 1, and it doesn't change its value? Like if I had the number 2, I could write it over 1. 2 over 1 is just 2. We could do the same thing here. So let's go ahead and write it over 1.
Why are these problems so
Yeah, they're like the size of one's ear.
It's the way I made the copies to save trees.
Good save.
Same tree, and then you put on a piece of paper and you put.
Yeah.
Why is it so long?
Okay, so the exponent.
The trees for the monkey.
The exponent is for everything that's inside the parentheses, okay? That's the reason why there's parentheses there. In order for this to become a positive exponent, it needs to switch places. So right now it's at the top, it's in the numerator, so it needs to go to the denominator. So this whole thing, in order to make it positive, is going to go down to the bottom. So on top, since we're taking everything to the bottom, we're not going to have anything on top. We need a placeholder. Does anybody know what the placeholder will be?
A basket.
Nope. It will be a 1. Just a 1 is going to stay up top. And then on the bottom, now we have 5v squared. Now it becomes positive. Okay. We're not finished here. How many 5v's do we have?
2.
2 of them. So here's one set, and here's the other set.
Then make room.
Okay? 5 times 5?
Yeah.
25.
25. And then how many V's do we have?
2.
Hey, Miss Morris, do you like monkeys?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
He brings up a good point, and he said
No, because I'm gonna write them down.
he said to save the trees, and we have to do that because in
Back up here.
Oh.
Back up here.
Jake hit me. Oh.
I want you guys to look at the difference here. Notice the one with the x or the negative exponent here. We had a parentheses 5v to the negative second power. If we just look at this, don't look at the 8m. What's the difference between the two?
One has an exponent, one does.
There's no
What is the
parentheses.
difference between
There's no parentheses on it.
this one right here and this right here? The things I have circled. What's the difference? Somebody said it already.
There's no parentheses.
No parentheses. So when the parentheses are there, it's saying whatever's in the parentheses is getting raised to that power. When it does not have the parentheses, that exponent only goes to the m. Okay? It only goes to the m. So let's take a look at number 6 real quick. We are going to put this entire thing over 1.
Great.
Oh my god. I circled it.
Okay? And remember, this is the only part, the m is the only part that is getting raised to the negative 4 power. So the 8m is going to stay on top because there's no negative exponent there. The 4 is also going to stay on top because it does not have a negative exponent. But the m does have that negative 4 exponent. What are we going to do with it?
Move it down.
Move it down. We're going to bring it down. So it's going to go on the bottom.
Cancel.
Okay? Now we can write them out. So we have 8 on top with 1 m and a 4. And then how many m's are on bottom?
4.
How many animals?
Mmm. Let's just say Red Robin.
Look, there's like a cat. There's like a cat.
Red Robin.
Red Robin.
Oh wait.
That's yum.
There's a cat.
Okay.
That's true.
Cancel. How many can I cancel? 1 on top and 1 on bottom. Good. What's 8 times 4? 32. 32. And then how many m's are my left with on the bottom? 3.
Hey, Miss Morris, what a place this thing. Have you ever known about the coffee pasta?
So what?
The coffee pasta that's on YouTube, you know?
Mm-mm.
Well, you should look it up sometime. It's pretty funny.
Is it about monkeys?
There's a lot of those.
Copy pasta? What?
Is it about a monkey?
What is it about?
It's not about monkeys.
There's a lot of those.
Something more than
Gorillas.
Yes.
What's one a monkey?
Yeah, Miss Morris, what kind of hate you got on monkeys?
You know, plenty of the apes is going to happen.
And I must warn you, it has some pretty bad words in it.
Just every word is a cuss word.
Okay. It's not looking up then.
Can you look up proboscis monkey though?
The negative 4. Does it belong to the 6x or just the x?
Just the X.
Just the x. Good. So what's up on top?
1.
6.
6. And then what am I doing with this x to the negative 4?
Put it on the bottom.
Put it on the bottom. Along with, remember, there's still an 8x down here. So, way.
This is whack.
And then I have 1x, and then I have 4 more.
I don't want to write all these X's.
Right. It's only 5.
Still a waste of one.
It's not yours.
Okay, so 6 is on top, 8x, and how many x's are on bottom? 5. Good. Can I simplify 6 over 8?
Yes.
Yes. To what?
3 or 4.
Invisible. I know.
That hurt.
I'm copying myself, but what's the first meat copy pasta that's on YouTube?
What's the copper pasta?
I don't know who that is.
Come on, tell us.
Yeah, Miss Morris, look it up.
Same
Wow.
monkey.
You're
Same
so
monkey.
confused. I don't even know what it
Miss
is.
Morris, look it up. Copper
It's
pasta.
So it's one about monkeys.
No, it's not the one.
It's about monkeys. I bet it is.
I
It's called Planet of the Monkeys.
Who's copper
Okay.
pasta?
Moving on.
Sounds like an
Hey, the Monkey Revolution's coming.
The -4. What does the -4 belong to?
Bottom.
X, N.
The 4 or the N or the 4N? What is it?
And
Yeah, just to the N because there's no parentheses. Good. So up top I have 6N to the 2nd power. What am I gonna do with this one that's down below? Move it up because we want to make it positive. Good. And then what's left on the bottom?
4.
4. Good. Go ahead and finish out this problem if you think you have the answer. I will look at it and collect it from you.